It's only a model. Shh.
We're knights of the rhomboid table, not round the square or triangle. We come to hang traffic again on Fridays as we're able. We play well here in Camelot, we are chums and fun, but Camelot. We're knights of the rhomboid table, our host is formidable. He runs the strange, loves insane, but sure he's quite unstable. He's army mad in Camelot, but seems never to have done a lot. Label, quite incomprehensible. Blue wrenching and we have no plan but to sit and hear Dodge babble. It's a lazy time in Camelot.
I have to shake my bum a lot.
This channel is a not-so-proud member of YouTube's all-encompassing special society of heavily overwhelmed layout enthusiasts. Check any railway show, check any railway club, check any layout, check your own house. You'll find one of us somewhere. Warning, the content of this stream is not suitable for children under the age of 16. The topic, language, themes, attitude, and personality of the presenter is not appropriate for anyone, much less children under the age of 16. Topics discussed will not center on trains and will focus on anything except politics. It just happens trains are running. Any similarity between characters, situations, trains, and intelligent thoughts is strictly a coincidence. Any rebroadcast or transmission of the stream without the express written consent of Major League Baseball is strictly prohibited. Viewer discretion is advised. Remember the 3 rules for model train layouts and pretty much anything. It's your layout, do what you want as you want. Do not tell someone else what to do unless they ask you directly what they should do. Do not call out, mock, criticize, or insult another channel on your channel or anyone else's channel. Thank you for your cooperation.
And see it, you'll love it. And it's all done in the best possible way.
Hey everybody, sorry about the screw up. I started the live stream and I started it from here and it wasn't going to YouTube. And I rebooted it and then accidentally had it set it in private. And then I had to clear it off private and well now I think we're all here. I hope I'm coming through loud and well. Unfortunately when I do that I lose my chat bar right here so I can kind of stare at the screen while I see what's being said. I'm going to be looking over this way to the other chat bar. There you go. Hope all you Knights of the Rhomboid table are well. I am doing reasonably well. Styling my National Railway Museum shirt that I picked up 2 years ago. Still fits, still looks good. Don't get to wear it until the temperature warms up because if you watched my last deck video, I was complaining about all the rain. Well, the rain finally ended a few days ago and was immediately replaced by 92 Fahrenheit days with high humidity that just made it absolutely gross to go outside. And I don't like heat. I'd rather be cold than hot. But there it is. So anyhow, I'm going to say hi to everybody here because I can't see the chat. And then I will get on with everything. So, hello, Sir Lee from Anfield Road. Hello, Sir James from Dundas. Hello, Andy, the Royal Air Force Advisor. Hello, Sir Jean Ricard representing Denmark. Hello, Sir John of Benicki, and our Sergeant at Arms, Sir Joseph of Bagliato. We have Sir Andy from March West Junction is here. We have Sir Greg, Lord of the Realms at Midsummer Railway, N-Scale. We've got Sir Dino, Lord of His Shed. We've got Sir Clive from Newland Railway. A lot of interesting bits in your videos this week, from the cool little push cart you were using to the discovery of the sewer pipe issue to buying the layout. A lot of information there. Very cool. Hey, Sir Randall of Ellison. We've got Lady Grace and Sir Robert from RGJ Trains. Thank you for honoring us with your presence. Sir Simon from SG Train World, and Sir Paul from Wolfsex Scenics PW. So that is everybody. I'm sorry. Sir Ifo is here. Great to have you here representing the Netherlands. And Sir Colin of Wykes is here. Great to have you here. And somebody else just popped in real quick. So somebody came back in. Oh, Sir Raymond Legs is here. Great to have you here. All right, so I can go back to the chat and see what people are saying. Everybody's saying hi to each other, which is great. Got to support each other. It's hard to support each other. Water pipe lane and cable lane. Not fun. And not fun. Okay, so anyhow, and Sir Graham from Leamington Station is here. Great to have you here. And I saw you here earlier. And obviously, as we've discussed before, there is a time lapse. Like if you don't type something within 2 minutes or 5 minutes, it drops you from the chat list. So it's weird. But yeah, it's great to have you all here on this Friday, which is, in a small way, a melancholy Friday. Because I have tried to figure this out, and there's no way I can solve this problem. This is ending a string of 200 Fridays in a row. It's like 198, 199, 200. It was very close to 200, either right before or right after. I'd have to go back and count. It is my 216th live stream in number where it's officially the Model Train Outsider. I've done close to 230 live streams. A couple got deleted. And some were just pop-up live streams, which I don't list as part of the Model Train Outsider live streams. But since July of 2020, I have never missed a Friday live stream. I've done a couple of shorts when I was in Germany, and when I was in the UK, I was only on for an hour, hour and a half, but I always maintained that Friday live stream. And sadly, there is just no way when Joyce and I leave for Australia, we're arriving on Friday morning Australian time, which would be Thursday your time, but it's just too early in the morning. I'd have to get up at 4 o'clock to start the live stream. And I wouldn't be able to run trains anyhow. It would just be me chatting. And as much as I love you all, I don't think Artie nor Joyce would be thrilled with me waking everybody up in the house at 4:30, 5 o'clock with me talking and doing the live stream. And plus, they wouldn't be joining. So I'm just going to have to limit myself to the live stream on Artie, because I'll still be doing Artie's show. Now, some of you we don't see on Artie's live stream anymore because 2 other people have started live streaming at the same time as Artie, and people go to those shows instead because it offers more of what they're after. So, but that's the only time I'll be around, is I'll be co-hosting Artie's show at Artie's house. He'll be in one room, I'll be in the other. Yeah, and trust me, I know it doesn't seem that important or that big a deal, but to me it is. I've loved the fact that I have stayed consistent. In the 4 years I've been following streams, other people's streams, I haven't missed mine. Other people have missed theirs. They've had to trade off. They've had to, some people only stream once every 2 weeks anyhow, but I've done it every Friday for 4 years, or almost 4 years. And it's kind of sad. I hate to see this streak end. It's like a hitting streak or a scoring streak. While you've kept it going, it's great. And when it comes to an end, it does, no matter how great a run it's been, it sucks to see it end. Hey, Jackie, how are you, Lady Jackie? Great to have you here. So, yeah, there's just, to do it my time, genre card, to do it at this same time, I would have to get up at 4 a.m. in Australia time to go live at 5, which would be 3 a.m. this time. So, yeah, it would be crazy. There's just, to do it 3 in the afternoon here. To do it 3 in the afternoon here, I'd have to do it 5 a.m. there. 4 a.m. there. So, yeah, it's not going to happen. Hey, there's Sir Dwight of Curly, and welcome in Airwolf. So, yes, I'm belaboring the point, I'm sure, but it's something I'm proud of. There are 2 things that this live stream I'm proud of. Well, 3 things. Let's get the most positive out of the way. I'm proud of the people that come here. I look forward to this stream because it's hanging out with friends. When I come to this stream, I was talking to Genre Card. John, I hope you don't mind me giving away a little bit of what we talked about. I was talking about Genre Card, and there's a lot of negatives happening in the world in general, but specifically in my part of the universe. A lot of negatives. Nothing personal, just stuff I won't talk about on a live stream. And it's scary. A lot of it's scary. And you try to live your day-to-day life and hope the insanity doesn't explode. And I look forward to the stream and for the smiles, the laughs, the giggles. I've been watching a lot of my old videos just to read your guys' comments, just because they make me feel good. You guys have been amazing. So many of you, you do it to, you come here. So many of you that have been here, like Sir Tim from JD, he was here earlier, and I'm sure he's there, so I didn't miss him. Unfortunately, it was off my list. So Sir Tim, our CEO, one of the dearest and longest supporters of this channel. I saw Sir Leslie was here earlier. But anyhow, you guys have been so great, and you've made me want to come each Friday. And there have been a few times where I'm like, I'm not really in the mood to live stream, or just I'm not in the mood to come down here and mess with the trains. And oh my God, what if something goes wrong on the live stream? And that's really going to suck. And, but because of you people, the joy you bring into our lives, we look forward to this. That's why Joyce started coming in and hanging down here a few years ago. If you go back to the old live streams, Joyce wasn't a part of it, but she came in. And it's great when you have a partner who's into the hobby, okay? You know, like Rob and Grace. Grace is just as much a part of the hobby as Rob is. And you see that on other channels. But at least if you have a partner who's supportive of the hobby. And Joyce is more than supportive. She will say she's not into model trains, but the truth is she kind of is. She's into the community. She loves the people. She watches the live streams with me. Even if she's reading or doing something else, she'll look up and ask, who's that? Or what was that? What did they say? She watches live streams. She watches most of your videos. She doesn't watch as many as I do because she works and I don't. And so the pride is the actual love I have for the people that have just been here each week. Some people come hang around for a couple of weeks off and on, and there are some of you in the background, and I know, and there are people that work or their schedules change and they can't be here. Longtime viewers like David Cook and people like that just can't be here. Or people that have to watch and listen in the background, or those that watch on catch up later, you know, Jim at Hover Motion and all of you guys. But everybody that comes in and stays, you people really are a part of our lives beyond just internet names and faces. Even if we haven't met you personally, and we have met a few and we want to meet more. Somebody asked about Getz, and Dino, you asked what day. We don't know yet. We're going to be there Friday to hang out with whoever arrives Friday evening and get together with a lot of people before Saturday's show. And then we're either going to go Saturday morning to Getz and then try to go Saturday afternoon, early Saturday afternoon. But we got to talk. Graham has offered to drive us, which we are at this stage planning on taking him up on, but trying to hit both shows. We're going to hit both shows. At least that's the plan now. The problem is everybody wants to know who's going to be where, because some people have said they're only going to Statfold Barn, Warley. Some people have said they're only going to Getz. And so it's some of the people that I know that have said they're only going to Statfold. I want to meet these people, but what day are they going to be there? And other people, they're only going to be at Getz on Sunday. Well, what if so-and-so is only going to be at Statfold on Sunday, and so-and-so is only going to be at Statfold on Sunday? Now I have to do the worst thing in the world. Pick who do I want to see more, and doesn't that suck? So that's the other pride is I will claim it, and I don't think anybody can beat it. But I was the first channel that started making everybody moderators, giving everybody the power. Some channels gave, and people had little moderator silly battles with each other. You guys have always respected that, but it just we're all equal here. I call us the Knights of the Rhomboid Table, or, jokingly on the round table just to be flippant. But I don't see, it's my live stream and it's my trains. But other than that, it's not like it's my world and you're just peasants in it. We are, I hope I can say this, we are friends. When somebody's not in the live stream, I hope they're okay. If I don't see them post in a couple of days, I hope they're okay. Oh my gosh, what if they're sick? And that's what I was hoping to hear, Graham. That's what I was hoping to hear. There's a way we could do both in one day. And I'll go to the one in the morning and one in the afternoon. We'll just have to time it. Might mean an early morning. Joyce might not be thrilled. You're waking me up at 6 o'clock just so we can go to another show? Uh-huh. All right. So the final bit, of course, is the streak. I've been very proud. I've never missed it. Going to Germany, every Friday I was here. In the UK, every Friday I was here. Because I want to see you guys. I want to see your names on the screen, if nothing else. And unfortunately, I have really racked in my brain, is there any way I could go live on Friday? And there isn't. It'd have to be early Friday morning. Now, I could potentially do that. Like, it'd be late night. The problem is when Joyce and I arrive, it is Friday. So I'd have to miss this Friday no matter what. Actually, will it still be Thursday here when we arrive? I don't know. We're crossing the timeline. It's all crazy. Anyhow, I've babbled enough. The other big news, of course, is Joyce is... her birthday is tomorrow. A couple of people thought it was today and wished her happy birthday. That's great. She gets it. Because I didn't clarify, so I went back and edited it. Joyce's birthday is tomorrow. Mark from Donegal Dad, if you're not watching live today, happy birthday tomorrow. We'll obviously send messages on Facebook and such. Leave me alone, Jean Ricard, pushy. Boy, some people. And you're only going to fall asleep anyhow. It is Joyce's birthday tomorrow, so you can, when she comes in later, you can all wish her a happy birthday for tomorrow. She's going to be 58, and she's not one of these women that, I don't like to tell people my age. She's quite open with it. She's going to be 58. You guys get to see her at the end of a long work week, but, boy, when she gets some rest and she isn't working, she doesn't look anything close to 58. There's a painting aging somewhere, as I always say. All right, so let's look at the trains today. All right, so the trains we're running today are right in front of Class 101 in that beautiful Design and Bahn, Deutsche Bahn Museum Nürnberg advertising livery with a rake of IC1s going with it. So you can see those guys off to the races. I'm still a little leery. I had a couple little issues. Now I have this big giant yellow HF Viva Class 320 Mega Monster, my biggest and heaviest locomotive. He is pulling the longest rake of container wagons I've ever run. Whoops. All right, I started the wrong train. There he goes. So you'll see that long rake. And then I did run a short version of this, but I was asked to run some steam, and I decided to run 2 steamers today. A friend asked if for today, before we're gone, if I could run a couple of my steamers, so I did, and I'm still running this with this early Era 4, Era 3B, early Era 4 tin plates. So that class 50 is pulling those guys along. And then I accidentally already started this one. Got confused. I'm running my little class 193 Flixtrain, and when we get around, keep an eye on that one. That guy has been just a little problematic. He seemed to sort out before I went live, but when I first started testing these guys, it was a couple of the couplers were tightening up, even though this is supposed to be the short coupler and everything else. I wound up taking one coupler out and replacing it because it was just acting like an absolute beast. And yes, I checked all the different things it might have been. All right, and in honor of my UK friends, I am running. And I hear it derailed already. Nope. All right, Flixtrain, don't mess with my soul. And in honor of all my UK friends, we've got the Flying Scotsman, even if it's the wrong color and the smokestack's a little too high. And then way in the back, we got a little DMU. That class 442 Talent 2, as it's called. And then on the floor, the last thing I wanted to talk about, we'll get this on the floor, is at the time I was looking, Brian Finnerton did not have, at the train set shop, did not have LMS coaches in the color I wanted. And some guy on eBay was just clearing a bunch he had. These do not officially match. There's like 2 different versions, 2 different styles here, but just because I love LMS and I love this Duchess of Sutherland, I've got this big long rake of various forms, so I know you can all yell at me and say, hey, those coaches don't go together. They're all LMS, that's all I care about. I probably got them in the wrong order too. And I'm running the HST. So there we go. That is everybody. But I am loving that Duchess of Sutherland, so I hope you forgive me for running it again. But hey, like I said, I'm loving it. Hey, did I see Warwick Andy is here? Sir Andy from Warwick, it's great to see you. I hope you're well. It's been a little while since we've seen you in chat. HF Biba, yes. That monster. The Baguette locomotive, yes. The Baguette. But it is very cool. I want to slow down that HST, even though... But yeah, I didn't know what the running order was. I didn't know, did the Royal Mail go to the front, behind the locomotive, did it go behind? So I got a baggage car and then the Royal Mail. But oh my goodness, that Royal Mail car is very cool looking. And there's Tim again. Hope you're well. Been off due to a health scare. I am very sorry to hear that, and I hope it is going better. Had too many health scares myself in the last year and a half, but... Hey, Sir Richard from Richard Brown. Richard, I am sorry I'm been missing most of your live streams on Wednesdays, but suddenly Wednesdays have got me busy. I am working on things on Wednesdays, and it's about 3 o'clock. Starts about 2, ends about 5. And no, it's not another live stream. And there is Sir Peter Jackson from Cheadle Heath, who put up 2 really cool videos today. And my friend Christopher's Hobby Vlog, if you're listening in the background or watching this later, go check Peter's today. He had an N-scale Japanese layout, as if there's no other form. I mean, there are, but I would say 90% of all Japanese-based model train layouts are N-scale. Anyhow, Peter filmed one. A lot of amazing trades. Great video. I enjoyed that a lot. And that's where I'll brag. I've got a 75-inch TV. I got a 75-inch TV, so what is that? 240, 250 centimeters? No, not that many. 150, so about 175 centimeters, somewhere in there, yeah. But anyhow, so I get to watch, like, when Leslie puts up a video, or when any of you put up a video and you run your trains, they're bigger than life. And if you're filming real trains, it's almost life-size in my living room when I'm running those trains. It's really good. Oh, your filming's very good. Yes, Tim, we are flying to Los Angeles on Wednesday, and then Wednesday night into Thursday, which will be Friday when we arrive in Australia, because we crossed the date line, so we lose a day. But yeah, we're going over the Pacific, and already it's too long a flight. But yeah, they although to be honest, those on my TV, those raindrops are about the size of the rain we had last week. All right, Andy, well, we'll keep hoping. Obviously, we'll all hope and wish you best health and hope it never becomes that way. My last best friend passed away from it. He died Thanksgiving of 2022, I think it was. I want to say it was last year, but I think it was the year before. All right, so let's go around. Let's go to the multicam just for a little bit, although it does make... Oh, Clive, I'm sorry. At least I don't have to row across the Pacific. No, I wouldn't want to row. I wouldn't want to trip that long on bouncy waves. I don't like being in the middle of any ocean on a boat or over it in a plane, but I think a boat I'd feel somewhat safer. Say hi to the boss. Hi, boss. But I am hoping that before we leave, I might be able to get one more song parody out. We got three songs in the tubes. In other words, lyrics, music, idea for the video. So I should be able to get, it's just Joyce has been unable to sing because of her pneumonia. She hasn't gained enough breath back to sing. I'm hoping that maybe she'll feel comfortable tonight or tomorrow to sing, and I can put up at least one new song. And then maybe if before we leave, I can get her to sing a couple other songs. Oh, while I'm in Australia and got some free time, I might make a couple more videos. A proper. Oh, Ifo, you are so judgmental sometimes. A proper landamp. You could pay me to fly, but I wouldn't be happy with it. Now, if you told me I had to fly and not complain, I wouldn't make my money. Because I'd be like, I have flown 40 times at least, and I hate it. And in fact, I'm getting worse. Like, literally, our trip to Germany and back to Germany were probably two of the smoothest flights, and we didn't even, normally we leave Detroit or Windsor and fly to Amsterdam or Frankfurt, or Amsterdam or Bremen or Paris, and then on to Frankfurt, or Amsterdam on to Frankfurt, but usually we have a stop in the middle before and we just did direct flights last year, so it was a longer flight. But it was actually one of the smoothest flights. Looking back, it was a very smooth flight. But during it, I was just every little bit of turbulence. And so the news about what happened with that Singapore flight has just scared the crap out of me. No, Graham, I did not see it. It did not come up on my list. How did I miss that? All right. Well, let me double check something here now. Oh, did John Benicki say he's got to go? All right, John. Well, thanks for popping in for a bit. Yeah, Joseph, and the worst thing you could do is actually talk about it. I want to pretend it did not happen. We always keep our seatbelts on. And I usually have my arms braced around the armrest, or one arm around the armrest and the other one hooked around Joyce's arm. Joyce spends the flight rubbing my arm, just trying to calm me. And I called my doctor to try to get a prescription, like, could you give me something to mellow me out for the flight? And he's like, well, no, I have to give you a full check and then explain why I'm... I was like, well, can you get me in? He says, well, I can get you in at the end of June. Thanks, but no thanks. So I'm going to ask you all, we don't talk politics, but today let's not talk flying issues. Do not talk about anything bad that's happened with planes. Nothing about Boeing, nothing about Singapore. Just please, for my sake, don't talk about it. And that's right, you're flying out tomorrow. That's a long day for you. Talk trains, talk music, talk beautiful men and women, bad movies, funny TV shows, anything. Just no politics, no religion, and today, no bad flying stories. All three of them are coming through at the same time there. So you're only going to see the longest one. Well, I should say that. You'll see the long. Yeah. Now, I know most of you have run much longer, but this is the longest container train I've ever run. I don't think it's the longest freight train I've ever run, but since it's every container car I've ever owned, plus the 3 new ones, so no, it's not like pulling 30, 40 cars as some of you have done. I know my friend Randall has pulled 30-some cars on a train before, I believe it was 35, 36, maybe more. But it's my longest, so it's a little record. Hello! A beautiful Malerweg in East Germany. Oh, that's cool. Yes, Joseph, everybody tells me that, but I don't believe it. My brain is constantly on worst case scenario. Yeah, Dino, I'm loving them. This is what changed my mind. When I saw these container wagons at the Märklin store in Göppingen, Germany last year and saw how cool they looked in person, my brain started going, I really wish I had made that all Märklin train. I really wish I had. And so when they did the 249 and I looked at that 249 and that Märklin livery, I was like, yep, that's it. I'm doing it. But now these things, the older ones, like there's one that has a 40-foot container and a 20-foot container on a long flatbed, on a double flatbed. So it's got a 40-foot and a 20-foot. I would really like one or two of those, but you cannot find them on eBay. And the one time I found them on German eBay, the guy wanted like $160 for one of them. And I'm like, no. The equivalent of $160. Oh my God, I've been to both places. I've been to Dresden twice and Bad Schandau a couple of times. Hey, Sir David from Scots Rails, welcome in. Oh, Richard, that's cool to hear, because I haven't seen your layout in a long time. I hate to beg, but as soon as possible, someday you'll be able to do another video from the room as you're getting the layout going. Yep, been to Bad Schandau briefly a couple of times. It's a tiny, tiny little town. There's like a little small market area, church and that. No, Dino, I have not. I was working on the deck and I thought maybe when I got done with the deck, by getting that new Fowler car, that would inspire me to do it. Unfortunately, after I got done with the deck, Joyce talked me into trying to fix our dishwasher, which I failed, and so we're buying a new dishwasher. Bad Schandau has a famous tram. Yes, I heard about that. Well, that'd be cool, Evo, because you went a lot of cool places. Of course, that's the day I'm flying to Australia. We will be at the airport waiting for her, so maybe I can watch it on my phone. I'll say, hi from Detroit Airport. Okay, so let's move on to another camera. Let's do bridge view. Let's see what bridge view does. It lets you see those guys on the bottom there. But man, those... Now, a couple of those coaches, or three of them, I believe are Triangs. My first Triangs. Obviously, Triang is owned by Hornby, but something says these are old models. That they were older models. And obviously, I'd have to stop, bring them up close, and let you pros discuss them. Well, Raymond, you got to define bad, because I think it's a bad movie. I don't think it's great. But, yes, I have seen worse movies. Manos Hands of Fate. Even in the sci-fi world, I've seen worse. To be honest, the USA Today early 2000s version of Dune and Dune Messiah were awful. You have at least 3 other buildings on this layout. Well, you should. These are very common models. There you go. There's a nice little view of the Flying Scotsman coming around to you. Well, welcome in, Mason-Dixon Railroad. No flocking around here. Oh, there's a train I forgot to get starting, or did he stop? Quick, where are we? Where are we? I never started them. Huh. What's up, little fella? what happened to him. Well, I'll have to check him out later. Okay, so that guy's not running today. Okay, hang on a second, guys. It finally derailed, darn you. Okay, there we go. Not sure what happened with him, but okay, sorry about that, gents, but my Class 442 stopped running and is not showing any signs of life. So I was getting him off the track. I'll have to find out what happened here. I hope I didn't have a... I'll just work on that later. Okay. But, yeah. Crazy. Anyhow, let me go back to chat. Chubby Rain is a bowfinger. Well, hello, New Durham Junction. Thank you for joining us. Hey, Sir Dave from Kiwi, how are you? So, yeah, they are definitely trying coaches, because I checked on the bottom. A couple of them are Hornby, a couple of them are trying, and none of them say trying Hornby together. They just say built in Britain. For the most part, all is good. I can't complain about too much other than I'm flying to Australia this coming Wednesday, and I hate flying, and a 14-hour flight is absolutely horrifying to me, but hopefully we'll survive. Oh my God. EFO, there's nothing worse. We had days where we did not have students, but it was 8 hours of meetings. They were called in-service days, in-services. And it was just stupid, boring meeting with people that 5 years as a classroom teacher, and then all these years at a university studying theory, and then coming in and tell us better ways to do our job. It's like, I've got 20 years experience, and I hate to be an ageist or a tenured dick, but everything you're talking about, we did 15, 20 years ago, and it didn't work, and they just recycle formulas. They give them new names, but it's the same crap. We're going to go along with this educational theory today. We want you all to go along with it. And if everybody 100% cooperates, it will succeed. And the fact is, you'll never have 100% everybody cooperating on anything. And if your system will only work if 100% of the people 100% agree and cooperate, your system will never work. Hey, there's Brian, just talking about you, sir. All in good. Sir Brian of Finnerton Central. But yeah, I picked up some LMS coaches, and obviously I think they're two different genres, two different, I don't know, era is not the right word, but maybe it is. You can definitely see the different coloration in them. The Royal Mail and those two very gold trim outlined ones came together as part of a set. And then there's a first class coach and a third class coach that came separately. And then I took my baggage coach. I took my baggage coach that I already had and put it on here. And I changed bogies because the baggage coach actually, although you never saw it live, it actually had 2 broken bogies on it. It worked. It was broken because the little lock pin that held it onto the chassis had broken both in front and back. As long as it was, gravity was holding it down, it worked fine. Yeah, Tim, we all have that. And I don't want to say idiots out of college because these people weren't out of college, but they had been they spent 1 year, 2 years, 3 years as an actual classroom teacher. And then they go up into the administrative or academic side of it where they don't teach in the classroom anymore. And they spend 5-10 years studying theory without actually going and putting it in. And like, well, we did this experiment at this school here. Yeah, and your university and your group put thousands and thousands of dollars in, and then you picked a select group of students or classes, and that additional aid helped. Well, you should realize it wasn't your new idea that worked. It was having all the extra assistance and all the additional money to provide the students with proper materials and all that crap. And they don't get it. And hopefully that's not bordering politics, that's occupational. 36 years as a classroom teacher because I refused to go into administration. I was begged to go into administration and I wanted to do it. I wanted to be a grunt. I wanted to be a frontline teacher. I don't want to tell other teachers how to do their job. I wanted to do my job. Yeah, thank you. I clearly, I don't know if it's a proper consist. Clearly, we have different shades of that LMS maroon, but I don't care. I'm digging it. I thought the coaches were really sharp. The Duchess is beautiful, and it's a cool train. It's probably not in the right order or anything else, and that's one of those. I know they had them in the United States, but it's one of those mail ones that you could put on a mail track, where you had you got the little latches on the bottom where you bop them up and, oh my goodness, I'm going to break this Flixtrain in half in a minute. Would you please stop? Why are you doing this? I think part of the bogie on that car might have gotten broken when it was shipped here. All right, let's go to some other cameras. I'm staying on cameras a long time. We'll go to that view for a bit. So should the mail van be first or last? Because what I have in front of it's a baggage car, and well, then again, I suppose baggage should be walked through. Who's this we, Jean Ricard? Do you mean you? You need something on lane 6? You have to have something on lane 6? 5 trains running isn't enough. You need a 6th one running. Now, my ADD was able to handle it. ADHD was able to say, I'll just run 5 today. But no, not you. You must have more. So who am I going to put in there? Now let's go with the short guy. I'll be right back, kids. Let's put you on a multi-view. I'll pick one out. Let's go with the little 650. I gotta stop everything just for a second while I put this on the track. Bear with me, since I'm loading this on. Now 3 out of 4. No, I got all 4 straight on. I wouldn't have had to stop it. Okay. Everybody back to work. Okay, there we go. There we go. Hey, Ian and Dominic, how are you? Well, how would you show them off? How would you show them off, Dominic? I mean, I don't have a other people can come on screen. I mean, in StreamYard, that can be done, but I don't tend to use StreamYard. I have used it in emergencies, but otherwise, go for it. Go for it. Oh, I'm going to shoot you. Oh, I really don't like that car. Is he going to create a problem over there now? Nope, okay. There, now you got a 6 train going, Jean Ricard. I hope you're happy. Apparently we should... oh, of course you can show it off. You'd get a lot of views, too. Showing off your die-cast and Mattel Disney car collection. Go for it. You don't have to ask my permission. Do it. I'll watch it and comment on it. And I was going to look at somebody else's channel and why I didn't get notified about their video. Well, that would explain why. How did I get unsubscribed? Oi. I tell you. Well, Graham, if you're still there, I will have to watch it. Somehow I was unsubscribed. Yeah, I gotta figure out why this 442 isn't working. Well, I'll bet it actually will start working again when I reboot the computer. Whoops. Sorry about that. I hit the wrong button, I did. from joining the dots. Well, there's Christopher. You put up a nice series of videos today, sir. That was great. But anyhow, Christopher, I tried to link you to another YouTube video by Peter Jackson in here from Cheadle Heath, where he filmed the Japanese layout with all kinds of cool trains. Well, hi, Jason the Train Freak. See those old tin plates? Unfortunately, that camera just struggles focusing. Like to get a better camera there. It's a great view until it tries to focus, and then it fuzzes up like that. You just see 0, 0, 0, 0. Let's can I do it? Can I do it? I should be able to do it. Where we at? Even if it's the wrong sound. There we go. Hopefully y'all can hear that. Howdy, Mr. Arkansas. Sounds like you won a man's beauty contest. Hey, Sir Philip Page is here. Philip Page, how wonderful to have you here, sir. Hard to believe it's already been 2 years since we met. Well, that's an idea. I might give that a try. Although I don't know where the best place would be. Well, let me see. I need just a little dippy-doo right here. Joyce is much, much better, although she has been very stressed out the last few days. End of the school year, she's been frustrated because of the pneumonia and how many times she's been sick this year. She's had a rough year. She had COVID, she had pneumonia, she had another flu. She kind of had a rough group of kids with a couple of real dingbat parents. All right, where can we put this guy? Because most places he'd get hit by a train. Let's see, will it focus in on him? Nope. Let's see if that helps. Ah, maybe that's working. We'll see in a second when this train comes around. Nope. Okay, now it starts fuzzing in and out. It goes to the motion. It was worth a try. Option file coaches. The other coaches, such as the dome coach and the dying coach, are hard to find. That's true of anything. Nope, we don't boot anybody out here. Hey, Leicester Station Gary. Hi there. I missed you coming in, but great to see you. No, unfortunately, Dave, I've had to make the call that, as far as I can tell, it just won't work for me to try to continue my live stream. My streak is ending at about 200 straight Fridays of live streams. I might try something where I might be streaming briefly on a Friday morning, which would be Thursday. Well, it would be Saturday in Australia. I forget how it works. Let's see. Saturday night for us is Sunday morning for him. So it would be Saturday for me. Or it'd be late Friday night. I'll have to figure it out. There's nothing wrong with a break if you need a break. I don't need a break, and I love doing these streams. Place a few figures there. Well, maybe I'll... Let's see if I can have a little more fun here. Oh, hi, Mike. How are you? Yes, the firebox is flickering on the Flying Scotsman. It does flicker. Let me see if I can catch it in the right camera. Quick choice view. Yep, there you go. Chug it, chug it, chug it, chug it. Oh, it is your grandson's second birthday. Well, that's great. Thank you, Greg, and hopefully we will see you when we get to Australia. Because we will be down in Melbourne for 2-3 days, at least. All right, thank you for coming in. No smoke. No, I did not put smoke in them. Oh my goodness, Jean Ricard, are you being a petulant little one? See, my thought would be the opposite. I might stream like 8 o'clock on a Friday morning, which would be 6 p.m., 7 p.m. Australia time. Normally I do really well. Chug 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 chug. And did Leslie say he's got to take off? All right, good night. Take care. As always, it's an honor. Thank you for being here. Up with the cock at 6 o'clock, Dave. Andy, yeah, we won't discuss morning wood here, okay? Let's just... What is that in Wigan time? 3:42 in 1978. That's what it is in Wigan time. Hey, Pete of Delft Junction. Great to have you here. How is it in the USFA today? Well, it's fine as long as I don't go outside to the world. Oh my goodness, now he stopped. What is going on? Oh no, never mind, that camera froze. Whoops. Just one of those days, my friends. We're having some tech issues. Let's see, what's the best one where I can... Hey, Timber, half past the pig hour, I see. Okay. Looks like an 80s rock star. Sadly, I know exactly what you're talking about. I've seen roosters that definitely have that look, or I've seen 80 rock stars that look like roosters. I'm sure T-Rex and David Bowie went through that phase at one point. David Lee, Rhode Island Red. All right, now this camera is frozen, so bear with me for a second while I see if I can adjust it. So first of all, I will do this. Bing. And nope, that didn't work either. Ah, well. All he did was make it worse. Ah, well. Okay, Sarah. Add Ace and Peter and it'd be pissed. I quote Paul Stanley, ahem. Well, Raymond, maybe you should, maybe there's an all-woman train channel and you'd feel less threatened. Uh-oh. Yep. You son of a beehive again, I tell ya. Well, let's put you on the floor cam while I go sort all these issues out. Oh, that stupid Flixtrain is driving me up a wall. Look, he did it again! Why are you being such an obnoxious twit? You've been a problem since I got you. But you're really being a problem today. For goodness sake, just work. I'm going to have to check the bogey on that thing. I don't know why it's acting like that, but it's been problematic. And just today, it's been really, really pissing me off. Sorry, Raymond, didn't mean to. Drinking some Hawkstone Lager from Jeremy Clarkson's farm. That is a beautiful locomotive. I might have a change of heart and think that the Duchess of Sutherland might be my, at least in models, it's going to be my favorite locomotive of the UK variety over the Mallard. I still think in reality I like the Mallard as my favorite locomotive anywhere. But, boy, in terms of a model, this Duchess of Sutherland, yeah, it might be my favorite UK locomotive, steam locomotive period. Although, the Azuma. Oh, are you into that kind of thing, Andy? Hey, just lock me in the stocks and throw tomatoes at me. I like it a lot. Go ahead, abuse me. Everybody does. Uh-oh. Whoops. Wrong button again. Double wrong button. All right, let's go see what we have here. Well, I got to see this now, Jason. All right, we're going to have to share this, Jason. My apologies, but I'm going to have to share this now. All right, so let me go to window. Hang on, everybody. Screen's going to be dark again, except for me in the corner. Windows capture. Bing, bing, bing. All right, I got to... Here's... let me shrink this down a bit so you can see it well enough. Here is Jason's rooster. There, that should get the whole thing in. There we go. There is Jason's rooster, everybody. Hey, Sir Chris from the Valleys, how are you? All right, I'll check it out sometime today. Yes, Brian, the light is on the Duchess, I believe. Now, he did it again! What is going on? on, team. I don't know. I don't know if he would be Kiss. He's got the coloring for Kiss, but I'm thinking 80s hair band or even Gwar. Gwar. All right, before that becomes too much of a nightmare for little children watching, I'll come back to the trains. You could see Gwar. Okay. Just ordered Bachmann LNER B1 100 quid on TMC. Just got 100 dividend of my building society, so it's a free Loco. Oh, nice. Free Loco is free Loco. I mean, technically it wasn't free. You got money and just, you never took the money. You just transferred it. Motley Crue's a good one, Andy. Gwar, Motley Crue. Although even Motley Crue wasn't quite as wild as Kiss in the makeup. They did the makeup. Wait, how about this one, Andy? Would you say Twisted Sister? How about Twisted Sister? I vote you call him Napalm Death. I love the smell of napalm in the morning. It smells like victory. All right, Dominic, I will watch it sometime this evening because I believe Joyce said we have running around to do after today's show. I'm just trying to sort out why a couple of cameras aren't working and why this one train keeps giving me fits and why this guy stopped working. I'm really worried I blew his either changed his address or blew his but I didn't see anything and I didn't hear anything. You had one rooster that they called a turkey neck because the neck. Yeah, I know turkey neck rooster or turkey neck chickens, turkey neck rooster. Definitely Twisted Shyster. We're not gonna take it. No, we're not gonna take it. We will not be eaten anymore. Oh, I remember that video, Philip. I remember that video. Very nice. Very nice. Happy days, happy days. All right, we'll watch this guy going down, and we'll watch the other one coming up. With a shade of Lily Munster. All right, Simon, thank you very much for hanging in. Yep, 18 days in Aussie land. Actually 19, but one of them we lose. Actually, it's 3 weeks. We leave on a Wednesday and we come back on a Tuesday or a Wednesday. But we lose a day in the traveling. Hey, Van Don Eisenbahn! How are you guys today? Hello, hello. Oops. Here we go. We'll catch these two guys coming around. And we'll might as well watch this guy come back around. How about that? The longest container freight train I've run. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25 containers, of which 7, is it 7? Or is it 9? 9 of them are 20 footers. So 18 40 footers, 9. But that's the biggest I've ever done. We are going, basically we're staying in Sydney. This is a very weird trip for Joyce and me. And by that, I mean, it's going to be with Artie. No, normally when Joyce and I travel, whether it's the UK or Germany, we pick different cities and spend 5 to 7 days in each city, and we use that city as a headquarters, and then we go off on additional side trips. Oh my goodness, I am going to blow that train up. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. Oh my goodness, this Flixtrain is just, that car is just killing me. Alright, dude, I do not know what to do with you. I'm going to take you off and bring somebody else out. But I'm getting tired of this, that stupid car. I keep saying the bogey, but it's not the bogey, it's the coupler. I think the coupler might have lost its spring. Okay, let's get everybody back moving. That Flixtrain, it keeps hitting this, well, it's hitting a point, and this car keeps derailing, but it's the car, it's not the point. Because I was having problems with it in warm-ups, and then it seemed to settle down like it does here. It runs fine for 15 minutes, and then all of a sudden, it starts going nuts. But the coupler felt funny, because I could not get it to connect with the Märklin short couplers. I could not get it to connect. So I finally took it off and put a different coupler in it. You know, basically a telex coupler, and it seemed to work, but now it keeps hitting that point and it's derailing, and it's just, I think there's something wrong with the coupler, the kinematics in the coupler. And maybe it lost a spring in it, but for some reason it is just... Well, Canadian Locomotive Logistics, welcome in. Well, so do we, Gary, so do we. If I survive the plane trip, it should be great. Anyhow, I didn't finish. We're going to be in Sydney. Normally, Joyce and I pick a different town, and we go off from there, and we spend, since we've been able to do it, we spend about 4 weeks. Now, with Australia, because the flight was so expensive, we're only spending about 2.5, just under 3 weeks, because more money went to the flight. Literally, the flight to Australia, obviously it makes sense, was double what we would pay to go to the UK or Europe. And we fly economy class. Ooh, that sounds good. Got a light upgrade coming. Nice. But, yeah, but with the UK, we're just going to Sydney. Because, first of all, we're going to Australia because Artie invited us and we both said yes, and this sounds terrible, before we thought about it. We're like, Australia? Cool, yeah. And in our heads, we're like, okay, what do we want to see in Australia? Well, we'd love to see the Great Barrier Reef, except he's in Sydney and the Great Barrier Reef is 16 hours away northeast, or 6-hour flight. It'd be like Florida to northern Michigan, if not more. But Joyce and I did not have a checklist of things we want to see in Australia. But we thought it was different, and the minute, you know, it's different. We've never been to Australia. Joyce was like, yeah, we're going. Okay, well, yeah, let's go. But instead of, well, we'll spend a week in Sydney, and we'll spend a week in Melbourne, and a week in Brisbane, and a week in Perth, and call it a trip, we just realized it was too much, and we didn't have a list of things we wanted to see. In Germany, I can name 50 cities I have yet to be in Germany, and I've been to 100. But I've still got dozens of cities in Germany that I haven't been to yet, where there are things in that area I want to see. And I could spend the rest of my life just traveling Germany, Czech Republic, and the neighboring countries. Pop over into the Netherlands, pop over into Belgium. We'd like to go into Luxembourg just to say we've been to Luxembourg. Go down to Liechtenstein just to say we've been to Liechtenstein. You got your Steam back up and running. Yeah, I saw you posted a couple of videos. Well, you've had your live stream going. Sort of like, well, I always associate it like with Jack, where, you know, he just has it 24/7 going as long as the camera and the stream holds up. Apparently, virgins are making a comeback. Well, that's good. After all those volcano sacrifices, they kind of had to go into hiding. But I'm glad to hear they're coming back. Hopefully someday you'll see them in large herds or massive flocks hovering everywhere. But anyhow, so with going to Australia, it's just too big. It's like, hey, we're going to Europe. Well, where are you going? Well, we're just going to stay in the Berlin area for a couple of weeks. What? All these things in Europe, and it's just, Australia is just so big. We wanted to stop off and spend a week in New Zealand and meet Kiwi Dave, but it added another like $1,500 each to the flight to go LA to New Zealand to Australia, and then Australia back to LA was too expensive. We could not really afford it. If we did it, we wouldn't be able to afford anything else we do in Australia. Even though Artie's given us free room and board, it was just insane. Yep, 4 and 20 heading for Inverness. But be that as it may, so yeah, it's a very, very we got a lot of things that Artie is setting up for us to do. We're going to go now. Artie actually lives about an hour south of Sydney. It's still considered the suburbs of Sydney, but he's a 5-minute walk to the beach of this big lake in Australia, and he's a 15-minute walk. 20-minute walk to the ocean. So right there, that's a win. There's mountains, and there's a lot of cool things to see in the region. We're trying to set up a couple of special things for Joyce. And then we're going to go down to Melbourne for a few days. Hopefully we're going to meet Greg from Midsummer Railway. And we're going to go, we're hoping to take one of these whale spotting boats. Well, he tends to refer to Wollongong. It's actually not Wollongong. It's a suburb of Wollongong. It's called Berkeley. B-U-R-K. Berkeley. B-U-R-K-E-L-Y. Berkeley. And unfortunately, Berkeley has two sides to it. And one side is a very crime-ridden, tough side. And then there's the rest of the town outside of Artie's house. Well, CMD, the problem with Sydney models is they probably, A, wouldn't have what I'm after, although I know they do carry European stock, but it would be a heck of a lot more expensive than me getting it from, like, Model Bond Shop Lipa. But we will hit some train shops, and I'll probably buy a couple of Australian passenger cars and run them down there. I don't think I'll buy an Australian locomotive unless I found one real cheap. But see, my thing is I love the name Wollongong because it's just so easy to make dirty jokes. Yeah, did you look up that Scotsman's kill? Yeah, he definitely had a woolly gong. You should be sending a Loco cab cam so you can stream a cab ride on your channel. Actually, I can't stream it though. That's the problem. I can do cab ride videos. I do a passenger video. Could I set it up real fast? How long would it take me to set it up? Where is it? Where are you? I hide so many things from Cayenne that I wind up hiding them from myself. There it is. Let me see if I can do this. Let's change it. Let's go to the all view. Although that makes all the views small. I gotta remember how you do this now. Oh my god, you're always introducing something. Could I just do what I want to do? Okay, connecting. Okay, hang on. I gotta do this. So I do. Where is it? Where is it? Mona server. Open you up. No, I don't want you recording, you darn thing. No. Oh my goodness. This thing is so obnoxious. And he did it again? Yep. Alright, I'm just going to have to stop that train. I'm tired of this. That's about the 4th time he's done it on the stream. Ugh. Stupid thing. You are a frickin' idiot. The other one after now. Can't tell if it's you. I think it's you. I think it's this car that's acting up. We'll go with a 3-car consist for now. Alright, let's see if we can get it. Oh, that boy stole all my sticky stuff. All right, Jason, thanks for stopping by. Well, let me see. I'm still trying to set something up, but I got distracted by that stupid thing acting up. Gotta remember how this works. Well, hello, Jason. Welcome in. Whoops. You son of a beehive. What was the issue here? $251, right? Dude. Okay, it's not going to work. I'm going to have to sort it out. Sorry about that, guys. I was just messing about, seeing if I could get my GoPro to log on, but right now it's fighting with my Wi-Fi. Why did Mona server... Oh, no, that's open. Well, maybe one more time. But anyhow. Yes, connect. Dude, you guys are not working together. Why are you saying you can't do it? All right. It's just, I don't know why. I'll have to mess with it later. Take me about an hour to sort it out. Well, I try to keep it that way. Lots of trains, lots of stuff. No layout, just trains and track and enjoying the view and enjoying the company when it comes in. Oh, we've got to sort out why that's acting up. But yeah, I took, I think this particular coach, oops, wrong button. Not the other way. This coach, I think the kinematics in this coupler are broken. It feels too loose. And what's happening is it's pulling too tight and it's jamming up on the, as it's going around the curve, it's jamming up. But yeah, that is, well, the spring is there, but something is loose. I'll have to take this apart and fix it. Just one of many things I will have to do. But we'll run it as a 3-car consist for now. Yeah, Cam 4 is good because it gets nice and low. The problem is, very rarely do the trains pass in front of it. When they do, it's a nice long view. And also, I get my Liverpool banner going, although I'm controversial because, to be honest, I'm kind of glad Jurgen Klopp is gone. 1 league title in 9 years doesn't cut it for me with the talent he had and the money the team was willing to spend. And I'm going to sign 20 forwards, of which I'll only play 5. But my defense and midfield is weak, but I'll just bring in hacks to do that. Because nothing to me is, I don't care about the UEFA Cup. I don't care about anything else. Champions League, none of that. League titles, that's all that matters to me. And 1 league title in 9 years, not worth it. I like Jurgen as a guy, but he's a coach that apparently, and I mean, I remember when he coached in Germany, and he coached at Frankfurt, and he took them up, and then of course he went to Borussia. But he seems to have, he gets a core group of players that he likes, then he wins, and then he stays with the core group of players, and he'll trade away all the young talent and try to just keep going with the core players. But he also is a guy that seems, it's his assistant coaches that really have as much to do with the success as him. And he had a couple of assistants leave him after their first 1 league cup, and they just, they choked. They had the league, they should have won the league this year, and then they just, oh, here's another team we're so much superior than, I guess we don't need to work hard to beat them. Oh, look, you lost to them. What are you sharing with us? Oh, Bundeswehr, military transport. There you go. The Bugelfalte. Oh, that's the new cars of the IC of the IC2. Those are those new coaches, which I really do like, but I'm not buying a new set. Raymond, you keep advertising competition. Nope, that's what we're here. Advertise any channel if it's comedy, good comedy related, model train, hobby related, just nothing religious or political. You got a cool, if you got a cool channel for, if you're into planes, like I know Alan from Dragon Junction, he's really into planes. You know, a cool volcano site. Share that. Your best friend's knitting channel. Share it. Hey, Andy T, how are you? He's not buying the new set. He's buying a new set. Oh, I remember that game, Andy T. Hey, I remember the miracle in, oh my God. I can't remember where. The miracle in Turkey, as well as the miracle in Madrid. Canadian Locomotive Logistics, I use OBS. OBS is one of those systems, you either love it or hate it. I love it. The downside of OBS, is that if you like StreamYard where you can bring people up, there's not an easy way to do it. They've improved it, but it's still kind of hard to bring somebody up in OBS. There are things you can do with your background. But again, StreamYard, they're free form, only streams in 720p. And you can have up to 6 people plus a shared screen. And that's about it. But comparing OBS and StreamYard is not fair because you're comparing apples to oranges. StreamYard is a social networking platform. It's basically the old Google's Hangout. It's Zoom that you can also stream with. Whereas OBS is a broadcasting platform. It's designed to put on a show, but it's free. You don't have to pay for anything in OBS. It's free. And you can add as many cameras and you can broadcast in 4K if you've got the ability to. So it's a broadcasting platform as opposed to a meeting platform. In other words, StreamYard is designed for a few people to talk to each other on screen together. OBS is for me to put on a whole production and do a show. Yeah, Istanbul. I knew it was in Turkey. I just can't remember. But yeah, it was Istanbul. The Miracle of Istanbul. But, basically that's what Klopp did in Liverpool for 9 years. 1 UEFA Cup championship, 1 league title, I think 1 FA Cup, maybe 2 Caribou Cups. But basically, he won each major trophy once. And in 9 years, with the talent he had, at least the offensive talent he had, he should have done better. And if you go back over the years that Klopp was a coach, and not just here at Liverpool, or there in Liverpool, but also when he was at Borussia Dortmund. When they lost or drew games, it was to the nobody teams. He just could never seem to inspire his team to beat the nobodies. That's the difference between Man City and Liverpool. Liverpool can beat Man City, but then they'll go to West Brom and lose on the road to a potential relegating team, and they'll lose or draw at best. And that was a consistent problem for Liverpool. They finished second place 5 times. 4 times they finished within 3 points of first place. And each time you can go back and look at, well, they beat Man City here and lost to Man City there, but it was the games to the Albions, the West Brom, the Wolverhamptons, where they would tie 1-1 or they would lose 1-0. And you could just see they were like, oh, we can turn it on anytime and win. We're just so good. We can beat this team with our eyes closed. Well, you didn't beat that team with your eyes closed. So I'm happy to see Klopp gone. I don't know how I feel about the new guy, because I just think Liverpool had a window here to dominate like they did in the 70s and 80s, and Klopp threw it away with his coaching style. All right, Gary at Leicester. Sorry about that. I'm talking football. Yeah, I haven't heard Joyce even come home yet. That's a nice view. You get two of them oncoming. I think those two are a little too close in speed, even though they shouldn't be. Hey, Charlie, same with the Rangers in Scotland. Now, my problem is, I know the main teams of Scotland, Rangers, Celtic, and so forth, but I don't have a favorite in Scotland. I've been to Edinburgh, so maybe I lean one way because I haven't been to Glasgow. But, yeah, see, I took this one car out, and this 3-car consist is running just fine. We haven't had a problem since I took that car off, knock on wood. Oh, that's a memory. That's the saddest thing about me being a Liverpool fan in the United States is even the chance just to get to the stadium. Joyce has already told me, especially after she retires, that if somebody can get me tickets to Liverpool, she'll let me just take off and go spend a few days in Liverpool just so I can go to the game. And I've heard there's a couple of different ways I could potentially get tickets to Liverpool. But I would love to get it. I would love to get there before Mo Salah leaves, but unfortunately, I don't see that happening. I think Mo will be back with Liverpool next year, and I don't think I will get to a game next year, especially since we're coming over to Getz. Well, hello, Matt Slade. You honor us with your presence. Thank you, sir. But do I have it? Do I have it backwards? Rangers is sort of the Edinburgh team and Celtic is the Glasgow team? Or am I totally off my rocker? I know more about Australian rules football teams than I do about Scottish Premier League teams. Actually, the spring is still attached, Raymond. I was just looking at it. The spring is there, but it's not attached to its joint on the inside. It's attached to the kinematic, but it's not attached to the rest of the bogie. So I will open this up and pop the bogie off and see what I can do to fix it. I may not get to it until after I come back from Australia. Yes, but this clearly the bogey was feeling weird, and if I pull this bogey down, or not the bogey, the coupler and the kinematic, if I pull it, I can pull it out, which I should not be able to do. So it is clearly messed up. I should not be moving this as easily as I am and getting it halfway out. But the spring is attached to the kinematic, but it's not, I don't think it's attached to the interior of the bogie. But either way, this is, yeah. See, I don't even know my official terms. I know what a bogie is, and I keep saying bogie, but it's not the bogie. It is the kinematic coupler is the issue. And it's just all, I can clearly see it now and feel it. It is messed up. I replaced I put a different type of coupler on it, but it's the kinematic that's the problem. Well, good morning, Artie. Hey, Artie, I saw you apparently tried to video call me earlier today while I was out and about, but I didn't even get a buzz, or I just saw missed video call. I didn't even get a notification. I just happened to look at messages and, oh, you missed a call from Artie. And I was out and about, and I didn't see it until, about 5 minutes before I went live. Sorry about that. And by that time, you were in bed. Or should have been in bed. The countdown's on, Artie. Do you have your house clean? Oh, we got 2 containers looking a little lax on that end of that container train. Yes, I'm pulling my bogeys out. Rangers are Glasgow, and Celtic think they are Irish. At this stage, I can't ignore you, since you're the reason I'm going to Australia, and you're the one offering us a place to stay with your rabbit and mice, your little menagerie you have waiting for us there. You know, when you first mentioned it, the first thing I did was try to Google Airbnb, and we weren't finding any Airbnb in Berkeley. I think we found 2, and both were way too expensive. Oh, great, Artie. So here it is. We're about to meet each other again, and you're getting sick again. You got sick a couple of days before you came to visit us, and now that we're coming to visit you, you're getting sick. I think you're just trying to say we make you sick. Or the thought of hanging out with us makes you sick. I suppose it's not too late to cancel my trip and go to Germany instead. Heck, with the money we paid to go to Australia, we could almost afford to go to first class to Germany. At least you're able to get cheap meds there. Indeed. Medicine is expensive in America, unless you got really, really, really good insurance. Which, fortunately, I had. My job had great insurance. Although I've always been curious about that phrase, sick as a dog. I think it should be sick as a cat. Cats are more likely spewing and crapping on things. At least the damn cats I've owned. Yeah, every time I really want to emphasize this one corner, the camera's acting up. The camera's been fine the last 3 weeks, and I've used it, but boy, I really wanted to use it today. Oh, is it a Prods and Catholics issue? Aha. Matt, we are going to be in the UK in October for Getz, but we're also thinking of going to Warley. The Warley thing up at Statfold. We're going to try to do both. So that weekend, we will arrive on Friday. Actually, I'm trying to talk Joyce into leaving Wednesday night so that we can be there Thursday and get over our jet lag. And then Friday, we can do some touristy stuff. Friday night, meet some of the people that are coming into Getz for Saturday. And then we're going to do, we're doing Getz. Our next actual trip to the UK where we're going to spend time has been pushed back to 2026. All our trips got pushed back. We were going to do Germany this year and go back to the UK next year, but we decided, we got invited to go to Australia, so we decided to go to Australia. So next year's Germany. And then the year after that would be the UK again. Although I could easily be talked into changing my mind. I just hate, I don't know if it sounds good or bad, I just hate going that many years between trips to Germany. 2019 to 2022 or to 2023 felt like hell. I hated waiting that long to get back because I do love Germany. I love traveling in Germany. I love staying in Germany. If I could have afforded to move my family, including my kids, when they were little to Germany, I would have done it. If I could have gotten a work visa or whatever. Hey, Colin. Great to have you from Woodthorpe. Yeah, I tried to get some Prozac from my doctor. I asked him to write me a prescription for Prozac because we had talked about it during my last checkup a few months ago. And I said, well, we're going to Australia and I'm really uptight and I'm getting worse about my fear of flying. I get really uptight on the flights and turbulence really sends me off. And I'm getting worse. And he's like, well, you know, let me know before you travel and I can write you a prescription for something. So I called him up this last week and said, hey. And when he finally got back to me, he says, well, no, I'd need you to come in for a checkup. We'd have to do all these things before I could prescribe you anything. I said, great. He says, well, I've got appointments at the end of June. And I'm like, dude, I'm leaving on Wednesday. He's like, oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah, I'm a German club. And Matt, you were in Germany last October. Well, you know, from 2003 to 2017, I was in Germany every year. And then we took 2018 off because Joyce had knee replacement surgery and that. And then we went back in 2019. And then, of course, 2020 and 2021, we were barred from traveling. And then 2022, when we could go back, we decided to go to the UK, and we fell in love with the UK, and now we want to go back to the UK as well as go back to keep going to Germany. Your doctor will give you some when you get here. Yeah, Artie, that only creates that creates just a small problem. Wait, what's the I gotta do Red Dwarf here. Artie, I don't know if you know the UK series Red Dwarf, but I gotta do Crane from Red Dwarf. A sound idea with two complications. One, it will be after refly, and two, it won't help me on the ground. I need a doctor to give me some before I get on the plane. I need to get high on the plane before I get high on the plane. Peter, that's the funny thing. When we were there in June, we were there from May 30th. We were in London for the Queen's Jubilee stuff. Oh, we didn't know it was going to be the Queen's Jubilee party when we booked the trip. But it was nice to see all you Brits happy and worshiping your Queen at the time. But we only had 2 rainy days the 4 weeks. We were in the UK for 4 weeks exactly. We arrived on a Tuesday morning and left on a Tuesday afternoon 4 weeks later. I think we flew out. We arrived June 1st and we left June 28th. We left the United States May 30th. Yeah, I don't smoke joints. See, that's the funny thing. As crazy as I act and all the silly stuff I do, never smoked a regular cigarette, never smoked an herbal jazz cigarette, never did drugs except the ones a doctor prescribed to me. And then if you call alcohol a drug, I've done that. Oh, well, Peter, we've had rain here. In fact, it finally stopped about 5 days ago. And as soon as the rain stopped, our temperatures went from 65 to 70 degrees with rain to 92 degrees. That's about 33, 34, 32 to 34 Celsius has been our high, except for today. Today it was actually cooler because we had more clouds. But we had 4 straight days of sun and 90-degree Fahrenheit days, which in May is hot. We tend to hit the 90s in August, occasionally in July, and then August, and occasionally in September. Usually we'll have a real hot streak in September, but August it's consistently hot. June and July, May we usually get a hot week where it gets in the low 80s. Well, we at the 90s. And then June you get 1 week where it can be 87 to 92 with thunderstorms, and then you'll have other weeks where it's about 70 and comfortable. And then July is just dry, and the temperature can be anywhere from 80 to 95. At Lax, a joint of beef, that is. Oh, do you like my herbal jazz cigarette comments? I got that from Paul McCartney. In an interview back in the 70s or 80s, Paul McCartney talked about smoking herbal jazz cigarettes. And that's when Bob Dylan and we all sat around and smoked herbal jazz cigarettes. Well, he probably has a reason, Raymond. You just don't know what it is. Well, first of all, nice. Hey, welcome, Kyriakos. You are now, I now declare you a knight of the rhomboid table. You are a knight of the rhomboid table. You are one of us. Welcome in. If you have a channel you'd like to advertise, come on in. And yes, your very astute eyes, that is in fact a BR50. It is a BR50. I bought that on a whim when I got back from Germany last year after Joyce and I were in the city of Triberg in the Black Forest, and saw a BR50 up close and personal, and Joyce was impressed with it. It was just outside the train station. Yeah, and if you, to those who watched all my decking videos, I talk about the big issue we've had on that deck all these years is it gets sunlight all day, and during the summer, there's no shade. Nothing shades it. It gets heat. That's why I finally bought that big 11-foot umbrella. Actually, I bought a 15-foot, but it doesn't fit inside the table. It was too big, so I had to buy a smaller one that would fit inside the table. But yes, I'm running a BR50. Let's catch it real quick if I can catch the 11 lane quick first. 11 lane. There it is. But yep, a BR50 with some early Era IV coaches there. Then I'm running a Classics 50. I run, I think you've been talking on eBay. Now, I'm trying to remember my Greek. It's been a long time since I studied Greek pronunciations. So Kyriakos, I know, or Kyriakos, and then I forget CH. Is it Hakerokis? Hakerokis? Did I come close on that? I pride myself very much on pronouncing people's names correctly. No, Artie, the Flixtrain is Märklin. It's a Märklin exclusive. It was a limited release. Hey, Tom, hello. Nice of you to check in. But I can't remember if CH in Greek is more the KH sound. Hacherokis. Well, I pride myself on spelling them, pronouncing them correctly no matter what. It was a professional pride thing. I would do that with my students. I would always say, how do you pronounce your name? They said, say it however you want. It's like, no. It's your name. It's my job to say it correctly. Oh, out Macedonia. Oh, is he Macedonian? I gotta check this out now. Oh, no. Once upon a time. Now, I don't read Greek letters. I just usually can pronounce transcriptions of it. I got a degree in linguistics, so we had to study some of it. Yes, it was an insider's model, an MHI. Okay, cheese, so Hachirokus. Okay, I got it. Because a friend of mine in high school was Michael Chrysokros, or Chrysokis if you pronounced it, but the family pronounced it Chrysokros, but it was Chrysokis. And his grandfather had come from Greece to the United States. And Mike became a doctor, I believe. He and his buddy Kenny Cho both became doctors. But Mike and I bonded with friends because his favorite restaurant and my favorite restaurant in Toledo when we were kids was a Greek restaurant called Jim's Pizza. And yes, Jim doesn't sound Greek. His real name was Demetrius. But Jim's Pizza. Oh my God. There are so many things I wish I could bring back, but one of them would be to have a Jim's greasy pizza in front of me right now. Nobody makes Greek pizzas, and anytime I find, even in Germany, a pizza restaurant that is run by Greeks, it's the best. Now, Kyriakos, I should ask. I'm saying Greek because that comes across as a Greek name. But are you Greek or, and the correct term, most people say Macedonian, but it's pronounced Macedonian or Macedonian. And I got that told to me by the Macedonian Mafia. And don't ask me how I know the Macedonian Mafia. Well, I think all people are great. I think all people are great. I don't give privilege to one or the other. Like I said, even when people give us stereotypes, like, again, the UK, as I talked last week, oh, the Londoners are so cold, and Northerners are friendly, the Southerners aren't. We met all the Southerners that wanted to change that because, man, all the people we met in London were great. The only grumpy person we met was a waitress in Edinburgh. Now in Germany, we've met some grumpy people, but it depends on where you go. Again, if you go to the high tourist areas, they can be a little grumpier at times because they got to deal with us all the time. Stupid, especially American tourists. But I did run into one woman in an area where she could not understand my German pronunciation of Munster and Minster. I was asking for a map of the city of Munster, and she gave me a map of the city of Minster. And when I said Münster, she like, I can't understand your horrible accent. I was like, whoa, sorry. I was trying to speak your language. I'm sorry I screwed it up. But I do speak fairly fluent German, but still my accent in some regions can, depending on where I go in Germany, they ask me, am I British? Am I American? Or what part of Germany I'm from? It just depends on where I go. There are parts of Germany where my German, when they find out I'm an American, they go, you're an American? Wow. You could have passed for a native. Now, Von Don Eisenbahn, I do remember the jerks, but to be honest, I remember the positive people a lot more. You forget the jerks unless you just consistently had a bad time. It's just, how many trips to Germany? 2003, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. That's 15. 19. And 2023. That's 17 trips to Germany. I've had a lot of experience with meeting thousands of Germans as well as tourists. So you're going to meet some bad apples, but most of the time we just remember the great people. We meet so many great people. Well, somebody is behind me. Yeah. All hot and sweaty. Okay, let's get this on and let's get the camera going. We've got a gentleman from Greece in today, a Märklin fan from Greece. How wonderful.
That is very nice.
Very nice. I was telling him about Jim's restaurant. Because that's the horrible thing we do. We meet somebody from a different country and we always refer to a restaurant based on that country.
So, hi, Valley.
Deep breath. Deep breath. Here, want a swig of water?
Probably. So, hey, Pete. Hi, Andy. Wave.
If you're new to the channel, this is my wife, Joyce, who sings most of the songs that we put up and does the voices for most of the female characters in Matt Clark cartoons. And she has a birthday tomorrow.
Right, so thank you, everybody, for happy birthday wishes. And,
How old will you be tomorrow, dear?
29.
Double.
So, hello.
Now, you're always saying you don't have that issue about age.
I'm messing up his name.
Kyriakis.
Kyriakis. So, hello, Kyriakis. Welcome here. Hi, Randall, and thank you. Hi, Raymond. Randall, I think is your name, right? Oh, so hi, Colin. Thank you.
All right, Raymond, I just want to point out you're talking about jerks and rubbing in the same sentence. That could be totally misconstrued if we weren't proper, upstanding
Thanks,
people.
Pete. Oh, yeah, I'm definitely getting on the mend. It's going to take a while to get my stamina back up.
No, our daughter's making her birthday cake. Now, again, I must emphasize, her birthday is tomorrow. She hasn't aged officially yet.
So, hi, Artie. No, my daughter makes it, and
oh, that sounds cool,
my
Dominic.
other daughter's making another cake, so I'll have 2 cakes.
Wingo. That's a cool.
So,
With flames.
yeah, it just is,
No, and her birthday present was really cheap. I go, honey, what do you want for your birthday? What do you want for Mother's Day? What do you want for your birthday? And she gave me 2 real cheap offers.
That's because I don't have very expensive tastes. I don't need a lot of things in my life.
So I gave her something she could use. I bought her a dishwasher.
Yes, I'm happy to have the dishwasher.
That is not your birthday present. It's just
I know,
arriving
but
on your
I'm
birthday.
very glad we're getting that dishwasher.
You are we getting you a new bike?
Yeah, I think it'd be nice.
All right, so that's her birthday present.
He's
Is a
gonna
new
get me
bike.
a new bike. I need a new one.
I'm not wrapping it.
Of course not. Yeah, you wouldn't wrap that. It's not a problem. Okay, for the trains I get you for you to throw or wrap.
No, see, I don't need my stuff wrapped.
Leamington.
You want to wrap it, which always makes me think,
Yeah.
oh, I should wrap yours. Already.
Well, only if you want to, Artie.
But you're
my
always told me
birthday's
you're not
tomorrow.
you're proud of
My
your
birthday's
age. You're not conceited or vain like that.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
And then I ask you your birthday because I've already told them how old you're going to be.
Yeah, it's fine. I was just joking.
And you're
Sure, you can birthday me, Artie. It's over a holiday weekend, and so...
all right. Good
What
night,
the heck, I
Kyriakis.
just
Thank you for
celebrate the whole
visiting, and we
weekend.
hopefully will see you
Yeah,
again.
thank you for coming in, and thank you again. Oh, is it blurry? It looks good here.
So, Raymond, are you talking about jerks jerking you, or rubbing jerks
Ah,
rubbing you the wrong way, or if they rubbed you the right way, they wouldn't be jerks. Or
okay.
they'd
Well,
still
there
be
we
jerks,
go.
or-
We can have a
Good
double
night,
birthday
folks.
party, Artie.
We just went NC-17.
So sure, we can have a double birthday party, Artie, and happy birthday to you.
When you get comfortable, you overshare.
Overshare.
Isn't that the truth?
Yeah.
Joyce says that about me all the time.
What's that?
That once I get comfortable around people, I can overshare.
True that.
But we haven't overshared anything here, have we,
As we
Daisy?
know,
By the way, are you going to dress as Daisy for the next Matt Clark season whenever you do it as sort of a special? I didn't say which one.
yeah.
The all black leather gunslinger version, that'd be cool.
Oh my goodness. So,
Hey, Andy Dobson just came in. Hello, Sir Andy of Dobson.
hi, Andy.
Yeah, this
Okay,
guy
it's all good.
this
Good,
guy
I'm
here
glad.
was running, and now he's not running at all behind you.
Oh,
I hope it was just that when I reboot the system, he'll come back on, because that
Yeah.
happened once before with a different train.
gotcha.
Where I thought I
okay.
blew. But otherwise, I'm going to have to open him up and find out what's wrong.
Yeah.
And then this stupid car kept
You
derailing.
got a nice big brisket for the first Sunday.
So I
you guys
found out
came here.
that
Okay.
messing around with
I
it
don't
looks
know
like
if
one of them.
Anthony likes brisket, but we'll see what he thinks.
Yeah, I just had a long talk today with Jean Ricard about
Okay.
people need to understand. Do not, first of all, hear me when I say I'm a very picky eater and I don't like a lot of foods. And people go, how did you get so big? Genetics.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But I always have to say, this is one reason why when Joyce and I travel, we tend to live on our own, because we don't want to stay with people where I would offend them because I don't eat what they serve.
Right.
Because I've done that and I feel really bad, and
Yeah.
they're
we
like,
have to
well,
be on our best behavior.
I try to be on my best behavior, but just
Yes.
expect. Basically, I eat burgers and steak and pizza, and some random pasta meals. In Germany, I eat bratwurst schnitzel, bread and cheese, and French fries.
His lives are at 8 o'clock on Saturday Eastern Standard Time, so wherever
Or
that
daylight
puts
time
you.
now.
Well, still Eastern Standard Time. It's
No,
just
standard
daylight
time is the
savings.
non-daylight savings time. There's standard or daylight savings.
Yes, but it's still EST.
No, it's EDT or EDST.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's EDT, Eastern
Yeah.
Daylight Time. But anyhow, so they're just 5 hours ahead. So
Right, okay.
So it's sadly Artie's live streams are one, because yes, sadly the Friday live stream string ends at somewhere between 199 and 202 live streams. I will not be live streaming next Friday, and I don't know if I'll be able to live stream any of the Fridays we're in Australia. It's
Okay.
not feasible
Yeah, the time is flipped.
at
but-
this time, with the time being where it is.
Yeah, but we could probably put a couple videos up.
We'll put some
Yeah.
videos up.
So yeah, it is.
I was thinking if you could sing this weekend, I could make one video we could premiere next Friday in place of the live stream.
We can see. Yeah, you'd have to get up at 4:30, and I don't think we want to get up that early.
I don't want to
Artie.
get up that early, and I would be talking, and when I'm in front of a microphone, I project loudly,
Right.
which means you and Joyce would be hearing
Yeah,
it,
we'd be
and I'd
waking
be waking people up.
Yeah, but he'll join Artie on his 8
But-
o'clock.
I don't do vegetables. I don't like onions. I don't like stuff mixed. Like when I'm eating meat, I don't want anything mixed into the meat. Like if
Oh,
somebody
yeah.
makes burgers, like we go to Europe and they're like American style burgers, and they put cabbage and celery and chopped onion inside the burgers. Like that's not how most American places do it. They put it on top, not in.
Well, your container car looks really sharp. The
Look at-
Märklin look nice in the front.
Yeah, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
Oh, those Märklins are hot.
Yeah, you're very right. Oh, thank you, Tom. You take care.
All right, Tom, take care. We'll catch you
Yay.
around somewhere.
Quarter of. I brought my bluefish home, so I gotta go get them out.
Oh, at quarter of? You gotta take care of your
10 more
fishies.
minutes, yeah.
Well, you can run, do it real quick, and come back.
Yeah, I can do that. Oh, you got a separate menu for him. Okay.
Just pizza. And the pizza is real simple: salami or ground beef, nothing else. No chops of onion and olives and stuff. I don't like any of that. I'm a very fussy, picky eater.
Oh, Pixie's up doing zoomies at 4 a.m. That's fun. Are you putting her in your room, I hope?
No, she has run of the house.
I mean, our cats will have 4 a.m. zoomies too, but we're far enough away from them we don't hear. Got to have mustard in the burger.
In the burger? Nope.
Criminal offense not
I will occasionally eat ketchup and mustard. It depends on whose burger. Sometimes I do ketchup and mustard, sometimes just mayonnaise, sometimes ketchup and mayonnaise.
Okay, Artie. Good. Oh, hi, Northwest.
Yeah, there's only going to be one bunny in the bedroom. You got the outfit, right? Oh, I'm sorry, I said that out loud.
Good morning, Mons.
Hey, Monsville, how are you?
We'll be on your time zone next week.
Although, I've lost track. Are you back in New Zealand now, or are you back in Australia now? I have lost track.
Is there a time difference?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I don't know.
There's a 3-4 hours difference
Oh,
from...
is it that much? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
All
Honey,
right.
they're as far apart as New York to L.A.
Gotcha. Okay. I just don't have any good sense of it, to be honest. You're still in Australia. Okay.
Okay, 2
2
hour
hours.
difference.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Okay.
Because they're
Yeah.
down at where the world bends, so they'll... Yeah.
Sure. Oh, yeah. I get that.
But because they're east and then, yeah. And does New Zealand have just one time zone? Kiwi Dave, did he leave yet?
No, mine's is not Sydney.
No, Monsville is like far
Yeah,
away.
not close. New Zealand does?
One time zone in New Zealand, that's what I
Oh,
thought.
okay, there's one time zone.
Because I think they technically border a couple, but I think just for sanity's sake, they...
How many time zones in Australia?
4 or
Say
5?
4 to 5?
Or is it just 3? Because again, I think they keep it
Artie
all...
can answer that.
Yeah, she's
Brisbane,
up on the
yeah.
other side. See, if we were going to go to the...
Not close. Okay, so 4. All right.
Because we talked
That's
about,
not that
one of
much
the
of the
ideas we
US.
thought is that we would fly from
Yeah.
Sydney to Brisbane and then go up to the coast to see, go up the coast more to see the Great Barrier Reef. But
We probably just don't have time to do it.
because from what we
yeah.
understand, Australia's done a beautiful job bringing the reef back. I mean, when we were younger, they were talking about how the reef was dying.
Right.
And now they brought it back, and it's actually,
Hi, Eric.
it's off. It's moved several levels down on the endangered list. Hey, there's Eric. How you doing, Eric? It's Friday, so you got to be tired.
Yeah, no doubt. Okay, that makes sense.
That's all right. Listening's fine.
Oh, let's explain that to my kids. I never did. Oh well. It was a difficult day.
No, New Zealand's a
know,
beautiful
structure,
country. We really, really, really wish
We
we
would
could have
love to see
afforded
it, but yeah.
afforded to stop off at New Zealand and spend a few days in New Zealand before coming over. Oh, Kyan's here.
good. Okay, we'll
All right.
give him a,
Here we go. Are you ready? We got to do this.
We'll get
All right,
that.
plug yours if you're new to the channel.
right.
All right, everybody. Kyan! Hey, Opa loves you. Hi, Kyan.
Love you, sweetheart.
Hi, kiddo.
No,
like
we'll
my-
see you in a few days.
We'll see you in a few days. Yep.
Yeah.
And then we won't see
And
you for
then
3
not.
weeks.
Yeah. Are you gonna have him Tuesday?
Yeah, I'm gonna have them Tuesday.
Right. So we'll have one more babysitting day.
And again, if you're new to the channel, Lindy Loves is my older daughter, my oldest child, my older daughter.
Right.
And she is the mother of my one and only grandchild, my grandson, Kyan.
Mm-hmm.
Most of you here know that, but we did have some new people today.
That's nice. Yes, we absolutely don't.
And Christopher, who's still working, but hi, Christopher.
Yeah, Christopher's working. He's on Central Standard Time.
Who's on Central Standard Time?
Christopher.
Yeah, he works on Central Standard Time.
Even though he lives here.
He lives in Toledo, but he's working for a company that's in
remote,
Oklahoma
yeah.
City. He works remotely.
Yep.
So he works 10 to 6 instead of 9 to 5.
Yep. He works till 6:30. He's got a half-hour lunch.
Oh, right. 10 to 6:30.
Yeah.
Meant to be diving out there, but too many things can kill you.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I like about Lake Erie. The only thing that can kill you in Lake Erie is the water.
Oh, dear. Yeah, everything all right there, Randall? I don't know if you got naders going on. I'm not sure. I'm sort of lost.
Great funnel web spiders.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that can get
Now,
you.
see, that sounds kind of cool, Auckland to Sydney, but I think Joyce would get seasick.
Yeah, I would. I was talking to somebody, and yeah, they were worried about all the big things, and I said, well, we're going in June, which means we're going in winter. Oh, I never thought of that, so I may have turned her on to it.
Well, the downside is a lot of things we want. When we think of Australia, of course, we think of the beaches and the ocean and going swimming and taunting the great white sharks and the bull sharks and the tiger sharks.
But yeah, when you think about the wildlife and...
I don't want to say our marriage is on the rocks, but our trip to Australia, I bought Joyce a new swimsuit that looks like a seal.
9 to 6 with an hour lunch. Okay. Oh, we're on the journey for a bit tonight.
But, yeah, unfortunately, we're there at the height of winter. We're avoiding the rainy season technically.
Oh, we hope
although,
so.
actually, according to the Australian Weather Service, June gets just as much rain as May.
It could be a thing.
Which is like 4 to 5
gotcha.
inches. Yeah, that was the joke, Artie. I know you just woke up, but yeah, that was
Like
the
the
joke.
shark's main meal. Yeah.
I wasn't saying the marriage is on the rocks, but her new swimsuit I bought her looks like a seal.
Oh dear.
Yeah, and then there's the crocs and the jellyfish and all that. There's so many things. So
Right.
many things.
Yeah, you're in the southern hemisphere.
So yeah, it's winter there, but you guys are far enough, even in Sydney, you're far enough that you don't have winter like we have winter. You know, you have your cold days in winter
gotcha.
your coldest days in winter are 5 to 10 Celsius. Our coldest days in winter are
Gotcha,
-5 to -20 Celsius.
Right. I still think I'm bringing my bigger coat. I'll find
Yeah,
use
we're
for
bringing
it.
a lot of hoodies. Lot of long sleeve shirts and hoodies. Because the average temperature in June is 64 in the Sydney area. Now, because Artie's up in the hills, it'll probably be a little cooler, but that's average. So there might be days of 55
Right,
and
so
there
we
might
can
be
have
days
very
of
warm days.
72, 73.
Can we take 1 or 2 short sleeves for the fun of it?
Carcarian Carcarius. Aha, somebody knows his Latin animals.
Yeah, Carolyn's been to Australia several times. Her sister lives in Melbourne.
Is that Fahrenheit? No, 20 to 23, I assume you're going Celsius. But yeah, it'll be cold. But Artie, again, there is a difference in cold between what we consider cold and what an Australian would consider cold. Just like what we consider hot is probably not that bad to an Australian. At least certain Australians. You know, you got some people that live in the outback or the desert areas where it can get 120 degrees or more. 40, 45 degrees Celsius. And yeah, that's not. So a 35 Celsius day would be nasty to us. Like, oh my God, it's so miserable.
I think
And an
that's
Aussie would be like, oh, you
Australia.
kidding? This is nice.
Right. So, and I get cold easily, so it's just a thing. All right, Lynn said she'd be here about 6:30 to get their journey. Just gonna borrow
Oh,
and
right.
bring it back. Yeah.
Yep, right.
Okay, gotcha.
But again, now for us, it
Yeah,
may
that's sort
feel
of
cold
everywhere.
because we are just now acclimating to the warmer temperatures
yeah, we're
again.
getting used to
So
it.
going back to the temperatures we have in March,
Oh, that would be
late February, early March.
That would be pretty awful, Mons. About 3 hours south of you. Okay. So higher up in the mountains.
Yeah, well, it would be 37 here, which is what, about 98, 90, 95,
yeah,
96.
it's
Around 96.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nasty anytime,
And
even here.
We'll get that in the summer too.
We will get that in the summer here with high humidity. And my grass just turns brown. Well, Artie's on the coast. Yeah, we actually had a cool-off day here. After days in the 90s,
It's warming back up.
well, the weather said the high today was 81.
Yeah. Actually, there was a breeze. It felt very nice coming home.
Hey, what are we doing for dinner tonight?
I don't know. Do you want to do pizza?
Yeah, actually, either a Marco's or even a Papa John's. I want a regular pizza, not.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Oh yeah, you're definitely warmer than we are, Randall.
Yeah, you guys, you're on the plains, and that area you're in, you get warmer than us. You are further south than us. We don't get the Great Lake effect because we're on the butt end of the lake, and we're far enough away from Lake Michigan, west of us, that if anything, it affects the rain and storms we get, but it doesn't cool us down much. Yeah, I would say, you know, our limited. Okay, Eric is going to take a nap. All right, good night, Eric. Take care. I was hoping to get down to Columbus one more time before we went to Australia, but we didn't go visit our son,
Yeah. Okay.
and he's coming up.
He's coming up. All right, Eric, you take care of yourself.
But see, the one thing, Artie, is like, are there any public indoor pools?
I'm gonna go.
Yeah, go do your fish.
Get the fish out.
Yeah, she'll be back in a few minutes. She brought all her fish home from work because she's got a fish tank at home and then a small fish tank here. So she brought them home, and you have to let them sit in the bag and acclimate before you let them loose in the main tank. Otherwise, it gets... Because we do like to swim, and that's the one thing, I think the only disappointment about going to Australia in June, which is, as we know, your winter, is that even though you're close to the ocean, and we still want to go see the ocean, because even though we're going to see the Pacific Ocean from 30,000 feet or whatever on the plane, we've never seen the Pacific Ocean. So to stand on a beach, even if it's an Australian beach, and say, there's the Pacific Ocean, that's going to be a very special moment for us. That's going to be very cool. So we still want to get down to the actual Pacific coast. And then when we go down to Melbourne to look at the coast down there towards the Tasmanian Sea or... What's that, Randall? Put somebody in shock if you dump them in there? Joyce's birthday is tomorrow, Monsville. Yeah, exactly, Randall, the fish. It puts them into shock if you just throw them in there. Water's been warm here. See, Joyce because we kayak. Because Joyce and I go kayaking on rivers and lakes. Joyce is a member of several kayak clubs, and they said never go kayaking in water below 65 degrees. It's still cold enough that it can. And I keep telling her, honey, I've swam in alpine lakes where the water was at best 60 degrees. And I survived. I suppose if you want to do it now, Papa John's or Marco's, either are fine. You know me, I'm not always fond of supporting Papa John's, but since they told their owner to sit down and shut up, I suppose we can do it. Yeah, Raymond, that's why you put them in a bag, and then, yeah, when you put them in another tank, you just leave them in that bag, and it will slowly, over 15 minutes or so, it will slowly, depending on the size of the bag, the temperatures will slowly acclimate. But also, you want to leave them in the bag because any other fish in the tank will come up and go, who the hell are you? What the hell are you? What the hell are you? And that can put the fish into shock that way, a nervous system shock, as well as the temperature nervous system shock. I used to have two 55-gallon tanks, a 29-gallon tank, and a 10-gallon tank. We had fish all over the place in this house. Spring River and Mammoth Spring, Arkansas is supposed to be the same temperature all year round. Yeah, Joyce and I took the kids when we went out to Wyoming years ago. We went to the thermal springs there where the water was always 50, well, no, I think Fahrenheit. It was always about 104 degrees, 105 degrees Fahrenheit. So that's what, about 39 Celsius, 40 Celsius? Yeah, there's that. The muscles cramp up. And that's what they talk about. Like, if you go kayaking, even if the air temperature's warm and the water's 60 or below, you go into the water, it can cause immediate cramping, and you can drown even if you're only like 4 feet, 5 feet from land. But I grew up swimming in cold water. I didn't grow up swimming in alpine lakes, but I've gone swimming in alpine lakes in June, and the water's freezing. But the problem is Joyce grew up only swimming in public pools that were heated to 80 plus degrees. She didn't even go swimming in the lake that often, and even then it was only later in the summer when the lake temperature was in the 70s. Oh, wow, Artie, that is a tempting offer. We'll have to talk to Joyce about that. Definitely have to talk to Joyce about that. Because that would be cool. That would be cool. Even a nurse shark would be cool. Now, we went to our zoo where at the aquarium they let you pet the various rays. And they actually had stingrays. The same kind that killed Steve Irwin, but they tell you, you approach this way, and you only pet him here, and you only pet him this way. Oh, fishing for trout. Joyce and I were at a river. No, I'm sorry. We were at a lake in Germany where we went swimming, and they had trout in the lake. And the trout came right up to you. You could catch trout reaching down and grabbing them by hand. You didn't need to fish. It was just because they were so unused to humans that even after all this time, because fishing is not allowed in that lake. But yeah, they would swim right up to you. They have a little sign that there's like 10 different types of fish, and one of them was trout. Yeah, they'd swim right up to you. Like, hi, who are you? Yeah, I don't think I necessarily want to swim near the things that killed Steve Irwin. I love Steve Irwin. I thought he was awesome. Yeah, I think there's a little bit more to the story. But yeah, I don't know if it turned on him and he's like it had seen him coming and it turned on him and then he petted it and it turned around and struck. But also, where it struck was a 1 in a million shot to be fatal. It hit him right through the rib cage and hit him in the one place in the heart that was irreparable and fatal. And I'm sure Steve Irwin, all his years, had that letdown moment. But I thought he was great. I thought he did a lot of wonderful things. But I know, I've got people I know that are Steve Irwin haters. As an outsider, all I can say is I liked him. I didn't know the guy personally. It depends on the type of carp. We've always had some carp up here, Raymond, but the new carp that came over from China, and that's something that annoys me, is when people decide to bring animals from their world intentionally. It's one thing like, oh, we had rats on the boat and we took it to a place that didn't have rats, you know. But when people today go to other countries to live and they decide they just can't live without, and they bring in these animals, especially fish and so forth, and then, oh, it's too big or whatever, and they set it loose in nature, you're better off killing it. Because we have got these Chinese carp up and down the Mississippi River, and they have no natural predators, and they are killing off everything else in the Mississippi River. It's the same people who decide they want to pet boa because it's cool, and then they realize or the parents get mad at the kid, like, well, you didn't take care of your room, so you're losing your snake, and they take these snakes from the Amazonian jungle or whatever else, and they just set it loose out in nature. You know, sadly, we do a lot of stupid things. Yeah, you got those giant rats that originally were down in Louisiana where the guys hunt them. You got the Indian mynah birds. Mynah birds might be interesting as long as they don't repeat everything we say. Actually, a piranha with human-like teeth wouldn't be scary. It would be funny looking. Of course, piranha are the most misrepresented animal. You know, you watch all those movies where they throw the leg of beef in and they strip it, and piranha can do it. They can do that. But if you actually go to the Amazon, the native people wade out among the piranhas all the time. It's when the water levels get really low and the food source gets low, then they're dangerous because they're starving. But see, that's the nice thing. Where I live in Toledo, Ohio, there is only one venomous creature. And that is the brown recluse spider. We don't even have rattlesnakes in this area. There used to be, but there's not been a reported rattlesnake in Toledo in 60-some years. Now, they could be there, but we have not had a reported incident, sound, sighting, or anything of rattlesnake in, oh, it's more than 60 years. I think it's 70 years. There's a park just up the road from us that used to have what was called Rattlesnake Pit, where they used to bring rattlesnakes they caught around, but yeah, the Paku. What's the one? I mean, I'm sure there's more than one, but there's one bird that's a tropical bird that they brought to the UK during Queen Victoria's time, and now they're indigenous to the UK, if you can call them that. They're all over the place. Peter Dix, is it Peter? Yeah, Peter Dixon from Torridon Road. He has them outside his house. I'm trying to remember what they are. There's some kind of parakeet or something in the parakeet family. Well, we don't even have black widows. They have black widows north of us and then southeast of us. But we don't, there's been no reported incidences of black widow spiders in Toledo ever. So, the only venomous animals that you will get at least a yearly incident with are brown recluse spiders. Mice are okay if they stay outdoors and far away. Yeah, Artie had a couple move in with them lately. Yeah, we're getting down to that wrap-up time. But you know, so we're not exposed to that. I mean, I've seen rattlesnakes because when I was a kid, my family traveled out west, and there were rattlesnakes near our campsite. Andy, you shouldn't have worried unless they started carrying forks and knives and had little napkins and barbecue sauce. Then you should have worried. Yeah, Artie, you keep telling us all these great things, and then everywhere I go, I'm gonna be worried about being bitten by a spider. Because I do not like spiders. I tolerate the household ones, but they have to stay out of view. If they come into view, I smish them. And I don't need their distant cousins in Australia deciding to get revenge. And I have seen some big spiders in Australian videos. And I'm not looking forward to that. So you got the funnel web in your area, great. And you've got the redback spider, great. The red belly and brown snakes. Yeah, and I have a fear of the brown snakes too. In fact, I'm going out tomorrow to buy some hiking shoes that come up over my ankles just to protect myself a little more. Yeah, just check my shoes in the morning. See, that doesn't help me. I will check my shoes, but I don't want to have to check my shoes. I don't have to check my shoes in this house. If I left my shoes out in the garage for a week, then I would check them. Yeah, I don't tend to put my finger in holes it doesn't belong. And I usually ask permit. Never mind. I won't. We won't go there. But yeah, I don't want to wake up in the bed in Australia, Artie, and see a spider this big around on the corner of the room. I don't know if you need to get a spider trap or some sort of spider repellent, but yeah, I'll be going to bed. I'll be going to Airbnb or a hotel real quick. Hey, Gaza S2, how are you? Just got in from the footy. Well, we've got about 3 minutes and then we're logging off, unfortunately. And we're logging off for a month. This is going to be sad. Apparently Joyce wasn't going to come back. Get a nice close-up of that gorgeous Duchess. Hey, Joyce, were you going to come back? Yeah. Because it's that time again. Got a gnat, though. That's a problem we have, gnats.
See my feet. Okay.
Whoops. Oh, crap. I just did something stupid.
What's that?
I just closed everything out on the live stream.
Whoops. What the heck? How did we lose you? Okay.
Where is it? Where is it?
Where's that at?
Am I still on there?
Yeah. Well, but it's behind.
Oh, can you zoom it up? Because I may have just screwed everything up.
Can I redo it? No. No room.
Hang on. I gotta do this. Hang on. I gotta do this real quick. Content. Because I lost the chat. I don't know if you have the chat. Oh,
No,
it just went like that.
I just read. So it's still here. So
Okay.
safe travels.
Hang on, people.
Okay,
Somebody
that's good,
did a dummy.
Artie.
Somebody did a dummy.
So thank you. Are you on your line?
I have to do it this way.
Okay.
So it should say we're still live, I think. Alright, so you're not going to open this way? There we go. Okay, we're back.
Okay, thank you,
I
everybody.
accidentally tried to close the one. Okay, well, there we go.
Okay.
Alright, sorry about that, people. You probably didn't notice anything, but I accidentally shut down my entire YouTube live studio. But anyhow, I've turned off all the trains except the ones on the floor. I was admiring those while we're going.
Okay.
Alright, so anyhow, it is goodbye for the next 3 Fridays. We shall not be live streaming as far as I know. I might figure something out. I'll announce it on my channel.
Right.
But this time next week, we will be in Australia.
Yeah. So.
If I survive
New
the flight and the
experiences, yeah.
spiders and the drop bears and the
Right.
and that's all
Yeah,
waiting for
all
us
the
there.
stuff. So anyway, but yeah, we'll probably put stuff up. So.
Well, you have a safe trip yourself, Joseph,
Oh,
going to
really?
China tomorrow.
You take care of yourself, and yeah, you have a
But-
safe trip.
We are going to miss you folks. We're going to miss this every Friday get
Absolutely.
together,
Yeah.
and we want to thank you for all the love and vibes you've given us. And we are going to miss you, but we've got to go. We've got people waiting to see us in Australia, and people we're waiting to see, and Artie
Yeah.
too. So on that note, and the distracted birthday girl tomorrow,
Okay.
I'm going to say, Auf Wiedersehen
Cheers.
and happy trains. Take care, everybody.
Bye,
We'll
everybody.
see you in 4 weeks.
Yep.
Bye now.
Okay. I